Welcome to the Lost Birds Knitting Podcast. I'm Allison, also known as Lost Birds on Ravelry and Lost Birds Fiber on Instagram.
Hi, my name is Danielle, and I am Bright D on Ravelry and Lady D Bright on Instagram. And I am really trying to find some Fitbit friends. So if you are a Fitbit user, private message me on Ravelry and I will give you my email.
Sweet.
So I can have some competitions with people and get my butt moving.
Yeah, and we have a Ravelry group as
Yes.
well. So we're the Lost Birds Knitting Podcast on Ravelry.
Come
Please-
join.
Please join. Yeah.
We have we're hoping to make it a little bit more lively, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
There's currently 56 members last time I checked.
I counted 59. We're right at the cusp of 60.
Hey, all right.
But, it's a small group. But we're growing.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, and everybody counts.
Yes, definitely. So today is January 6th, 2015. Yay, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
I don't think we recorded.
Nope.
Yeah.
Last time we recorded was December 30th.
Was it? Okay.
I know these things.
Yes. I think I have my date wrong in my notes, or like I wrote my notes and then we recorded a different day or something. Anyway, this is episode 22, I believe, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let's get right into it with our flight plan for the week, and that's all of our projects. So do you want to go first?
Sure.
Right.
So what I have in my hot little hands, and our flight plan is both works in progress. Works in progresses and progresses. Anyways, and our finished objects, but I do not have any finished objects this week.
Oh, really?
Bummers. But I'll show you a reason why here in just a few minutes. But I'm working on my husband's socks, and this is Knitterly Things Vesper sock base, so it's 100% superwash merino wool, and it's in the Hellfire colorway. So you can see that. Oh, that's focused like immediately, quickly, and I loved it. Since I had it cut off some time last time. And I was commissioned to knit two of these hats. This is my stencil by one of the people who come into my branch, and who has seen me knitting before at meetings and such. What do I want to say? So yeah, this is my stencil that somebody knit, I don't know, a couple of years ago, at least. It feels like this is Red Heart yarn. So that stuff can, essentially survive a nuclear holocaust. So
Yeah. Looks like
so,
it's well loved, though.
yeah, and it's well loved. So, and whoever knit it pretty well, had a really good structural eye on how to fit things. However, there's a decrease here and not a decrease there. It's not really consistent. So it's a little hard to follow at times, but I'm getting it. I want to say I'm about halfway through this one, and then he wants a gray one as well that I'm desperately trying to find yarn for, and I think I might have to do hand spun, but we'll see how that actually goes. So I have the black one here, and this is just Red Heart yarn that I think my aunt sent to me a year ago now, because I've been trying to make hats for my husband's unit members, younger unit members specifically because they like to go up to mainland and go snowboarding. You know, the ones without families. Yeah. The single Marines. Anyways, that can spend their money wherever. And this is my reason why I don't have a finished object. This week, even though I had a holiday, I finished my second sleeve. Yay. And this is in my fat squirrel bag. And this is just a normal sweater size bag. It's not the Aran sweater. But let's see if I can get this unwrapped, because it looks a little tangled. There we go. So like I said, I finished my sleeve, and now I have attached it to my body. And I feel like I'm like being covered in yarn right now. Anyways.
Do you need help? Can I help you hold it?
So there's the one front panel. There's the second front panel. There we go. And so I just have to do the raglan decreases, and I will have a finished sweater.
Very nice, and it's so soft. I like the extra long cuffs too.
Me
That's
too.
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't like doing them, but I will like wearing it. But yeah, it's this is Cashvino DK from Cascade Yarns. It is a discontinued yarn. I got it from Webb's 2 years ago now. And really wish they did not discontinue that.
It's a very, very, yeah, it seems very nice.
But those are all my current projects.
Okay. It's
What
my
do you
turn.
have? Yeah.
Well, you guys have seen this. This was my pendulum shawl. And I never finished weaving in the end, so I sort of finished up some projects and decided I need to really do some finishing. I've got lots of things with ends that still need to be woven in, so I'm just working on that right now. Then done some baby knitting. So here is, it's not finished yet, but it's almost finished. It's basically just missing buttons. All of the ends are even woven in except for these little things. So I'm just calling this my baby bubble onesie or bubble romper. And I'm really happy with how it came out. I think it's really cute. And so it's going to have 2 buttons here to attach the straps. And then it's going to have buttons along the bottom, so to make, you know, diaper changes easier. And this was just, I saw some pictures. I used pictures as inspiration, but I didn't have a pattern. I just sort of went for it, and I think it's super cute. And this is just an acrylic yarn. I think it's Hobby Lobby brand. I love this yarn. Yeah.
I like how they named that, so you have to give it essentially a good recommendation by just saying the name.
Yeah, and it's not bad.
In terms of acrylic.
In terms of acrylic, it's not a bad. Like, it's pretty soft. It's more of an Aran. I would call this Aran rather than worsted. Yeah, it's kind of a thick worsted. So I think they do have a sport weight in the I Love This yarn as well, but
which they do, and I have that in my house.
You do? Okay. Well, I'm not wrong then. Not making things up. And then I've been knitting with little hand spun too. So I had this hand spun. This was from a bat that I spun a while ago. And it's a fingering weight for sure. Maybe even light fingering weight. And I made this
I
little
love
hat.
that. That is super cute. Oh my goodness.
Thank you. And then, surprise! I even made little matching, like baby mitts, you know, the thumbless mitts. So,
is that to so they won't scratch themselves?
yeah, yeah. So the hat, this is the Swirl hat by Mandy Harrington, and it's a free pattern. You can find it on Ravelry, and it's really cool. It is like a swirl, you know, it swirls around the head, and the decreases continue the swirl pattern. So it's really cute. And then this wasn't a pattern, but I just took the stitch pattern from the hat and I applied it to some little tiny mittens. So
super cute.
Thank you. And then I had this hand spun. It's a very thick and thin. I can't remember if this is a bat or not. I feel like this is. Oh yeah, no it is. I don't know. This was some yarn that I've just had and I didn't label it very well, so I don't really know. But some kind of wool. There's a little bit of Firestar in there. I don't know. Soy silk, I think. And I keep seeing these pictures of little baby-sized turban hats, and so that's what I did. I thought it was really cute. So it's a little baby turban.
For your garter stitch rows, did you just purl around?
No, I knit this in the round, so I alternated.
I was just gonna ask if you did the wrap and turn thing.
Wrap and turn thing.
If you do a wrap and turn for garter, then you don't have to purl. You just knit.
I'm not sure I know what you're saying, but I might have to learn that technique because who likes to purl? Not me. Actually, I don't really mind it. I'm not one of those people, but it is easier to knit for sure. And then I wanted to make some little matching booties. So these are...
They're so tiny.
I know. Newborn babies, these are supposed to be newborn size. So newborn babies are really, really tiny, tinier than you even remember or imagine often. I mean, they vary in size, but
I'm going to say, as, I'm not a mom, but I'm sure most moms would appreciate that, babies are tiny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just thinking of the sheer physics behind it.
So there's the matching booties. And this is the No Button Baby Booties by Mixtape Memories on Ravelry. Another free pattern. The hat was not a pattern by itself. Actually, it was the Lazy Daisy baby cardigan. It's on Pickle's website. But within that pattern, they give the pattern for this turban. So I used that as inspiration, although I didn't really even follow that pattern because I think it used a fingering or DK weight yarn, and this is obviously fairly bulky. So I couldn't even, their row count was even going to be way off. So I just used it as inspiration. So, but it's all kind of, I had to change it around a lot. Same with the booties, because I think these were fingering weight. It was for a fingering weight yarn, the pattern. Anyway, okay, there's the baby knits. And I did some spinning. So this is merino.
Very pretty.
And it's a thick and thin, just single ply thick and thin yarn. So yeah, I think it came out really nice. It's been washed and everything, and it kind of folded a little bit, so it's
not gonna go anywhere.
No, yeah, it's even fairly balanced, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. I actually want to cast it on right away.
What do you think it is telling you that it wants to be?
I am all about baby stuff right now, so. But the nice thing is I can make baby stuff out of all of this and still have quite a bit left, since baby things
don't require that much
They
garbage.
really do not require much at all. So I think I might make another hat.
Did you make several baby things when Emrys was born?
I made him a little sweater and matching booties. I made him a hat and little leg warmers. And
does he have anything right now that he enjoys wearing?
That I've made him?
Mm-hmm.
No, I actually really haven't knit him anything.
Oh, that's what
as
happens.
A toddler.
I'm gonna say that's what happens when they start growing like a weed.
Yeah, he really just grows so fast. I kind of want to knit him like a cowl or something, because he seems to really like to wear my cowls. And I want to knit him a pair of mittens too, even though we don't need mittens here in Okinawa. But he really likes to put things on his hands. And
I would say maybe fingerless mitts would work for him.
Maybe, yeah, he might enjoy that. He might. And then one more thing, so.
He's a very fashionable toddler.
You think so?
No, like there was a picture you posted where he's like walking down the street with his thumb sticking out of his pocket.
That is a really cute picture. He was dressed really cute one day. He had like this button-up shirt, and it's striped, but it had like little embroidered bicycles all over it. And jeans, and like he's walking we went to the mall, and he was walking through the mall with like one hand in his pocket, and yeah, he did. He looked like a little toddler model.
I'm gonna say he looked like he was straight on the runway.
Yeah. He was pretty cute. He discovered his pockets, so he was enjoying that.
That's okay. Keep your hands in your pockets. It keeps your hands off the shelves in the store.
Yeah, he's pretty good about that so far. He doesn't grab a whole bunch of stuff off. Anyway, I'm working on one more. I just cast on another little baby hat. I don't know why. I want to use all my hand spun, and it's almost like I'm swatching, but with baby hats. Because it doesn't take that much yarning, but you still get a good feel for it. So
no, like with this sweater the spooled cardigan that I'm knitting. It's actually really funny because I'm like, oh, what sweater should I cast on next? You know, and thinking about this and whatever else, and like it's so weird because like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know, sort of thing going on there. Yeah. But I'm like, whoa, back that train up. You know, like let's finish this cardigan first before I get too excited.
I know, you're almost there. Did you go off course at all?
The only off course that happened is I think it was New Year's Day, and I was trying to attach the sleeves to the body, you know, get the appropriate stitches worked over, and I sat there and stared at the sleeve, trying to like wrap my head around like how this sleeve is attached to the body for probably a good like 5-10 minutes. Like I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized that, oh, I'm trying to attach it to the wrong side of the knitting.
Oh, okay.
And now the world makes sense.
It happens.
So apparently that was my blonde moment of the year. I
don't know. There's still lots of time.
I know.
It's only January.
I'm going to say get it in early so I don't have to deal with the humiliation later.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you I'll have more.
Oh, I imagine so. I imagine we both will. The only thing that I had trouble with was that turban. It took me like no time to knit it, but I did cast it on multiple times, just trying to get it right, since I was using such a different yarn weight and not really following the pattern, so
essentially you had to get the math right.
Yeah. So that was my only issue this week. So that takes us to our bird's eye view. Everything else we did this week. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Let's see here. Last time you saw me, it was Tuesday, right before New Year's Eve. My husband and I we didn't do anything for New Year's Eve. We just kind of stayed home and had a quiet night with my bottle of wine that I mentioned last time. My husband fell asleep prior to midnight, and
mine did too.
So I cheated because I took a nap earlier that day.
Yeah.
And
we're not as young as we used to be.
Right. And old souls and all that, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, what do I want to say? We've kind of gotten in the habit recently of since it's gotten cooler and that sort of stuff, of camping in the living room. So for the weekend we camped in the living room. We blew up our air mattress and had it in the living room. Opened up all of the windows and the sliding glass doors and whatever else, and had it really cool in the house, and just kind of snuggled in. Had hot chocolate and that sort of stuff.
Fun.
So yeah, it was just kind of restful until Saturday when I got like I want to say a straight bee in my bonnet, and completely cleaned out our storage room. And
that feels good.
And so now it is officially my office.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so like I have my art hanging in there, and I have my spinning wheels in there, and my sewing machine set up so I can use it if I want to. And
nice.
my stash is all appropriately put away so the cat can't drag it around the house, and so yeah, there's that. Also Saturday I went out to 2 ATM calls, so yeah, that was fun. So like after a while we know all of we have an ATM monitor team in the United States, and we have gotten to know each other very well. There's like a team of 6 or 8 of them, and so they know all of us by name, and we know all of them by name. And so I'm like, okay, Charles, tell me which ATM is sick right now. Where do I need to go? And he's like, and Happy New Year to you too, Danielle. And I'm like, oh, come on. I don't want to talk to you, Charles, on my weekend. So we had that, and Monday was kind of a rough day for me, because I had some human relations problems, and I was pretty much told that I am let's just say that I had a rough day and leave it at that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so.
Is it always the same people that you're having problems with?
Pretty much, but it seems like that same person that I'm having troubles with she's kind of electing herself as spokesperson for the team. But at the same time, I'm not sure why she's sticking her neck out. If that, makes any sense at all. But anyways, that brings us up to Tuesday, and here we are.
All right. Yeah, I didn't really have a very eventful week. Our New Year's was also, like, I was up and Colin was asleep on the couch. And to be fair, it's because he was actually on call. Like, so he was on call, and then we later found out that he was needlessly on call. I don't know. It's fine. Like, it's his job. I understand. But he was also needlessly called in on Christmas. Like, our whole holiday this year has been kind of compromised. So, but I mean, it's fine. It could have been worse. And but anyway, so he was asleep on the couch. I was awake. There's a shrine that's very close to us, and so they were like ringing the bells, and it's kind of like a festival atmosphere, and they were ringing the bells.
There was some serious fireworks.
There were some serious fireworks, and people were. I stepped outside to try and see the fireworks, and people were partying, people were yelling, there were drums somewhere. People were drumming. But we were boring. We were just I was the only one awake, and I was like in my pajamas, so we didn't do anything exciting.
Same with us.
So that was the New Year's. But then we actually did go out. So in Japan, there's so the big shopping day. So in the States, the big shopping day is like Black Friday, right? People go crazy. In Japan, it's the day after New Year's, and all these stores they put out what are called fukubukuro, or lucky bags. And so there are these bags filled with items, and sometimes they'll tell you what's in them, but sometimes they'll only sort of tell you what's in them. So they're kind of like surprise bags, and there'll be a set price, and the idea is that what's in the bag is worth, more than what you pay for it, but you don't know what's in it. So all the stores put out these fukubukuro, and people are shopping. So we actually did end up at the mall, and we didn't buy anything, but it was definitely crazy. And
but at the same time, it's not the scale of Black Friday.
No, it's not quite as crazy. I mean, it's obviously like a big shopping day, but
people aren't being violent.
No, and I would say that that's more of a cultural just difference, because I can't ever see a group of Japanese people getting quite as crazy as Americans.
Specifically for consumerism.
Even their protests here are like
relatively friendly.
Yeah, kind of polite, and
like they'll be protesting outside of like Fatima Gate. Mm-hmm. And they'll still be like waving at you while you're going.
Yeah. So it's just a different mentality for sure. So what else? Emrys was out of daycare all week. New Year's is a huge holiday in Japan. It's like their Christmas. It's like the big family holiday. So they get multiple days off work, and
there's a lot of superstition involved too.
Probably, yeah.
Well, like one of the things that I kept hearing about is that it's important to have your wallet full for New Year's. as a form to bring luck, so you can have your wallet full all year long. So we went through a substantial amount of cash this week.
Yeah, and I think the other part of that is that anytime there's a holiday, like, people usually take out a lot of cash because the banks close. And Japan is a very, you can use cards more and more now, but they're more of a cash-based society. Lots of places don't take cards. So over holidays or times when the banks are closed, usually people will take out all the money they're going to need. So
and ATMs aren't 24 hours here, like Japanese.
Yeah, ATMs close like with the bank,
which is normally like 5:30, 6 o'clock sometimes.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that. What was I saying?
Emrys was out of daycare.
Yes, Emrys was out of daycare, so sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. Anyway, we spent a lot of time at the park and stuff like that, you know, kind of trying to keep him entertained, and you know, he has a lot of energy, as you can imagine, as a 2-year-old, so, you know, trying to let him run as much as possible and not stay at home too much, although, you know, we didn't do anything like really exciting. We just stayed around the neighborhood and went to the parks and went to the mall. We go to the mall a lot, not to like shop at mall shops, but because there's a grocery store, and also because there's like a kids area that Emrys can just like run and play, and there's always other kids there, so he can run and play with other kids inside, like if it's raining or too hot or something, or it's later in the day. So yeah, nothing too exciting to report. I listened to, okay, so I had all these Audible, I have an Audible subscription, and I had all these Audible, I had like 4 credits built up. I haven't listened to audiobooks a lot lately. So I decided to get the Maze Runner series. And mainly because there's a movie out now. Sometimes I see the movies and I don't want to watch them until I've read the books. And I don't know why that is. But also I kind of enjoy post-apocalyptic type stories, or like dystopian type stories. So it was, I think if you like, what's the Mockingjay one?
Oh, Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. If you like the Hunger Games, I think you'd probably like Maze Runner. So anyway, I listened to that while I was knitting or doing other things, and that's about it. I don't know. It wasn't super exciting this week. I am getting ready to do some dyeing and more dyeing and spinning and carding, and hopefully getting a few more things in my shop. So now that Emrys, he went back to daycare yesterday. So yesterday was his first day back, and he goes about every other day. So hopefully this week I will get some work done.
Yeah. And I say for me, I also have Audible. And I've been listening to Poison Study, which is a teen or teen drama, teen or preteen book or whatever.
Young adult, whatever. Yeah.
And man, that book just sucks you in.
I actually liked that one. Yeah, I what's her name? Laura. What's her name? Laura from the Knit Girls always talks about that one, and so she convinced me to listen to it, and I did. I liked it, yeah.
But yeah, so the main plot of that one is that there is a prisoner, and she's in prison because she murdered somebody. And in order to not go to the guillotine, she has to be a food taster for their lands. But he's like a president or commander or something like that. Mm-hmm. So so it's her learning how to taste the poisons, or smell the poisons in food. And so it's, like I said, it just sucks you in. But anyways, that's the extent for bird's eye view. Yeah. Did you have any bird calls?
I don't really have any bird calls this week. No. How about you?
Just the I'm trying to think of like what's been going on this week that I've been woefully behind on the Knitmore Girls. So I have been like binge listening to that. If you have not listened to the Knitmore Girls, who is Gigi Darling and
her daughter Jasmine.
Who is Cute Knitter. Yeah. I highly recommend them. Go give them a listen. I think they have 300 episodes now.
Yeah, they've been doing this for a while. It's an audio-only podcast, but they're very entertaining and very knowledgeable. Like,
oh my gosh,
I learn a lot from listening to them. And so
I really want to try their Girl Grain ribbon button finishing. So I have the ribbon and everything like that, and I have a sweater that I've completed that has a little bit of a gaping issue.
That pink one, right?
Yeah. And so I'm hoping that ribbon finishing will fix that gaping issue.
Yeah, definitely. I think putting a backing on your button band will help a lot. Did you get anything in the mail this week?
I didn't. Though I'm expecting a few things. But
yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I finally got my soap.
Did you know?
So the whole thing with the soap is that I ordered it like 3 weeks before our
I'm gonna say you ordered at the beginning of November, didn't you?
Yeah, I ordered it in November. I ordered it like 3 weeks in advance of our craft fair. I wanted to do felted soap to have at our little craft fair. And I thought I probably would have just ordered like the stuff to make the soap myself, except I didn't think 3 weeks was enough time to
cure the soap.
Order it, yeah, have it get here, and then make it and cure it. Soap has to like sit and cure and harden before you use it. So I decided to order some handmade soap. It's handmade, but it was, pre-made, obviously. So I found some soap on eBay. Actually, I found this lot of handmade soap, and I was looking for quite a bit because I was going to sell it. So I wanted a lot of soap to be able to play with and felt with and just use. So I ordered from this seller on eBay, and I'm not gonna tell you the shop's name or anything because I just did not have a very good buying experience. Since the soap didn't arrive until did I even get it before Christmas? I don't think so. I think I got it after Christmas. So it was it was over a month for me to actually get the soap. And you know what? Usually I'm really understanding because I know things take time to get out here. Yeah. But that's not what happened with this order. it was really kind of shady with the seller, because there was a tracking number, and I kept looking at the tracking number, and it said that she hadn't even mailed it yet. Like a week before this craft show, my soap wasn't there, and I checked the tracking, and she still hadn't like even taken it to the post office. So 2 weeks after I'd ordered it. So I'm contacting her, and she said she was sick and orders were gonna go out like the next day, and I said, well, I wish you had let me know that, because I'm actually waiting for it for a specific thing. And then she said, then she wrote me back, and she said that she thought I was somebody else, and she had already mailed my order. And I was like, okay, well, we'll see. And then she contacts me a couple days later, and she says that the package was returned because the person at the post office, to ship things to APO, to military addresses, you have to fill out a customs form. So she said the person at the post office gave her the wrong customs form, and so the package was returned to her. And she was going to mail it out the next day. And then I finally got it, but the tracking information shows that she didn't even mail it for like another couple weeks or something. And I kept contacting her after that, asking her for the updated tracking info, because it wasn't showing up anymore. And she just like stopped responding to my emails and everything. So I had a really bad experience with that. Just kind of felt like she wasn't being totally honest. And I mean, I guess I don't know for sure, and I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but this was just a little bit iffy. So.
But you said you went through eBay?
It was somebody on eBay. I'm not gonna lie, I was like this close to filing a eBay, or filing a report or whatever you do to
essentially get your money back.
Yeah. Or to have them I only did that because she stopped responding to my messages and asking her for the updated tracking information. So anyway, I will not be ordering from this person again. However, the soap the soap is okay. The soap is nice. This is a lavender one. It smells nice. It's goat's milk, shea butter, and olive oil soap. Can you smell it?
That is nice. So for felted soap, you were just planning on felting wool around it? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what you do with felted soap. You felt wool around it, and the reason you do that is because, lots of reasons. It makes it less slippery in the shower. It makes the soap last longer. It's kind of like a built-in
scrubby buddy.
Scrubby, yeah. It's like a built-in. It's slightly exfoliating and all that. The felt continues to shrink like with the soap, and by the time you've used up all the soap, you can even cut the felt open and keep using it as a scrubby, or use it for other things. So
that's
a cool idea.
We have soap for our dog. That's a hard bar soap. Versus like a liquid soap.
Yeah.
That I made I guess a knitted bag.
Yeah. For
it, and so it would felt around it, and I love how much it lathers with the dog hair.
Yeah, same idea. Yeah, same idea as the felt kind of, so yeah, it's just a good gift. It's a good gift. It's kind of fun to use. It's good for like little kids because they don't or elderly people or anybody that has hard time holding onto their soap in the shower.
Yeah.
And I definitely like the built-in scrubby part of it. So yeah, I got lavender, I got peppermint, I got jasmine. These are all different. I got all different scents.
Very good.
Yeah, so anyway, I finally got my soap, but
guess
only
you'll be
with a mild dose of disappointment.
I'm gonna say we'll see if we can't do another craft fair.
Yeah, Mother's Day is coming up, so
That's true.
and I'm probably going to just put them in my shop too. So
There you go. I put the baby sets in my shop.
you
And,
did?
Yeah, and I've had a couple of people favorite it, but I think they favored it just because it's on stuffed animals. So it's really cute. But
Yeah.
anyways.
Well, I think that's all I have for this week.
Yeah,
How about you?
I think so too.
All right. Yeah, we will be recording again next week, so we'll see you guys soon, and I hope you have a good week.
Thank you so very much. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye.